Welcome to Daily Zambian Trends. We are happy to have you here, and we are happy that you've subscribed to our channel. We are happy that you're actually following what is trending, and most importantly, the information that we're providing on this channel. So I want to talk about other things that are actually trending and very interesting in nature. But because there are so many questions that came from the previous video, like Nathan Dariso here was asking any ideas of salaries for non-commissioned officers, and also can a non-commissioned officer change to a commissioned officer. And then Brighton P was saying how are the interviews conducted. Then Rupupa here was saying, and what let me just go to a question. To saying, and what would you advise someone to apply for, non-commissioned officer or a regular officer? This person has a professional qualification. And others were asking what's the difference between a commissioned officer and a non-commissioned officer. So this video is actually about trying to answer the question, who is a commissioned officer? So we should know that as Zambia, we use the British system. So in the British system, you have commissioned and non-commissioned. So commissioned are simply those who are expected to perform specialized tasks, some tasks that are specialized within the force. That means they need to go to school, or they have been to school. So you need to get a tertiary education for you to actually perform as a commissioned officer. If you want to enter as a qualified entrant, what that means that you've already gone to university or college and you have a paper, so you can apply as a qualified entrant. Then you can also apply as a direct entrant, but you should have very good results, because you're expected to go to school. So they wouldn't expect you to probably go with 30 points. If there was no competition, you'll probably be gotten because it's 6 or better. So you could be gotten, but there's competition. So if you have 20 points, someone has 6 points. So someone with 6 points is likely to be recruited than someone with 20 points. So you put yourself at a disadvantage. If your points are very much on the other side, then you apply for commissioned, because they want people who they want to send to school so that they can perform specialized tasks within the force. For non-commissioned officer, the job is usually not necessarily to go to school, but to learn tactical warfare. So you learn how to fight, how to defend the nation. You learn how to use different machines that are there. You learn how to use bombs, different kinds of bombs that are there. You probably have to know about the nuclear weapons that are in the world. You need probably to know how things work, because you are the one who is actually supposed to use those things. But for the commissioned, their job is just to provide you with those things. So they have to think, to procure those things, to make those things, and provide you with those things. But you are supposed to actually use those things, because non-commissioned officers, the majority of them are the ones in the front line. But some people can also be in the front line, like doctors, nurses, people to give first aid and all those things. But for a non-commissioned officer, you're not expected to go to school. So if you have a grade 12 certificate, credits or better, you are likely to be recruited. So I want to show you the ranks. So what are the ranks? So we'll start with the commissioned officers. So commissioned officers, when you qualify to go there, you go through interviews and they pick you. So you go there as officer cadet, and then there are junior officers, and there are 3 ranks there. So you have second lieutenant, and the captain. From there you go to senior or field officers. So that's why you have a major, a lieutenant colonel, and the colonel. Then you have the general or flag officers. flag officers or brigadier general, major general, lieutenant general, and the general. So these ranks are the same throughout the forces, whether it's ZNS, Zambia Army, or Zambia Air Force. So from here, from my right to left, so we have the most junior to most senior. Okay, now for non-commissioned officer, when you go there, you go as enlisted or private or equivalent. Okay, so you have not you are just starting. When you qualify, the lowest rank is lance corporal. From lance corporal to corporal, sergeant, staff sergeant. Okay, then you have warrant officer class 2 and warrant officer class 1. When you look at the insignia, okay, they are different for commissioned and non-commissioned. If you can see here, okay, for lieutenant, second lieutenant there's 1 star, for lieutenant 2, for captain 3 stars, major there's just the eagle, then for lieutenant colonel the eagle and the star, for colonel the eagle and 2 stars, the brigadier there's the eagle and then 3 stars, for major general there's the eagle and the swords, for lieutenant general there's the eagle, a star and the swords, for general there's the eagle there, the 2 stars and the swords. Okay, that's for commissioned. These are the signal for non-commissioned. Okay, so when you see these, it means someone is not non-commissioned. Then when you see this, it means someone is commissioned. Okay, all right. I hope I've explained there to the best of my abilities. Okay, now, okay, the other questions were that how the interview is conducted. So it really depends. Okay, they will decide how they want to conduct it. They can make you run. They can, but the most important thing is they want to test your physical fitness. Those are the interviews. They can tell you to do push-ups. They can tell you, but they will do some stress test to stress you to see if you actually fit to go for training. That's what it will be about. Then how long does the entire training take? It depends. It can go for 6 months. It can go beyond that. Okay, it just depends with what they want. It can be 3 months for some. It can be 6 months for others. And then for special forces, I think it goes beyond. It's almost like a year if you go under special forces. So there was another interesting question. Okay, any ideas of salaries for commissioned officers? This is one thing that no one in the army will tell you. You only know when you get there. No one actually can tell you how much anyone gets. It's, I think, to protect the integrity of the military forces. Okay. Then there was another question, I think, which was trying to ask if you can change. Okay, I think it's this one from Nathan. Can a non-commissioned officer change to a commissioned officer? Okay, to the best of my knowledge, it's not possible. Okay, there's a very big difference between a commissioned officer and a non-commissioned officer, and as a commissioned officer, you'll be a commissioned officer. Non-commissioned officer, a non-commissioned officer. So from the very beginning, you should be very sure of what you're applying for, because these guys are very strict, and these guys they like order. So you can't go there and then start saying I now want to change. Otherwise, this is how far we can go. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you've learned something. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. We're here to bring you more information. Thank you very much. Shalom.